gonna make Vietnamese caramelized shrimp for you right now.
I wouldn't mind if I could wake up next to you.
So we start with peeling the shrimp. The first thing we're gonna do, because these are full head on shrimp, is we're gonna peel the head off, but leaving its guts, as gross as it sounds, but it adds a lot of flavor to it. So we take that off, the head and the tail, so that you're left with the shrimp that looks like this. You can pick shrimp that are headless, but for this dish I prefer using ones with the head because the innards are really flavorful when you're making this dish. But it's okay if you don't have the heads. It's a little bit easier to look at without their heads. So.
You led me to the sea with my eyes closed, so I could feel the sand between my toes. You knew I had a penchant for the moon, so you nicknamed me a darling Claire de Lune. You've always been keen about the sentimental things. If romance was a place, honey, then you would be king. They don't make them like you no more. They don't make them like you. You can see where the stitches tear and the colors have lost their hue. They don't make them like you no more. Well, you know it's true. You can broaden your search from California to Timbuktu. I hope I haven't spoken out of line, but to me, my dear, you are a major fan.
I am peeling garlic and I'm giving it a rough chop. It doesn't really need to be looking like anything, but just a little bit so we get the flavor out.
You took me to the roof on Christmas Eve, and you waited with me even though you had to leave. You indulged my appetite for poetry. You know almost every secret side to me. You've always been keen about the sentimental thing.
And now we're going to cut the scallions or the green onions for the garnish at the end. It adds a nice pop of color since the dish will be pretty red, so just going to cut the ends off, and then it doesn't have to be big, small, or super fine, just cut them.
They don't make them like you no more. Well, you know it's true.
It's so important for the dish to look nice because presentation is everything. Because if it tastes good and it doesn't look good, nobody's going to want to eat it. So the better it looks, the better it's going to taste.
Out of line, but to me, my dear, you are a major fan.
Yeah, that's right. Onions in a black bowl to accentuate it.
You've always been keen about the sentimental thing.
This is way more onions than I will need, but I decided just to cut more just in case I need it for another dish.
They don't make them like you no more. Well, you know it's true. You can broaden your search to all the islands in the ocean blue. I hope I haven't spoken out of line, but to me, my dear, you are a major fan.
Now we start cooking.
I hope I haven't spoken out of line, but to me, my dear, you are a major fan.
Okay, so for this dish, what we're going to need is some fish sauce, something called shrimp paste with soybean oil. This is what's going to give it its extra flavor. If you don't have it, it's okay, but it tastes a lot better with it. We're going to need some olive oil to start off and get the caramelization going. Some cracked black pepper, the fresher the better, some salt, and some sugar as well. And that's basically all you will need for this dish, so let's get cooking. So first things first, you gotta turn on the gas, the pan nice and hot. I'm gonna add some olive oil. Maybe a tablespoon. Now let that get a little bit hot. And then what I usually do next is add some garlic. You can wait for it to sizzle, but if you don't, it's okay too, because it will. So, and then we're going to add some sugar. This is the first step, and it's pretty important that you do this so that you get a good caramelization. So right now we're just waiting for it to heat up, and what's going to happen is the sugar is going to start to caramelize and the garlic is going to start to cook up, so it's going to smell really fragrant. See, it's starting to sizzle now, so that's when it starts to get happy. You can mix it around if you want, but you don't have to.
I can't resist feeling like this. Daydream at midnight of you.
This dish is actually something that I consider a comfort food. So I ate this growing up, so once I started living away from home, I had to learn how to make it so that I can eat it whenever I felt like missing home a little bit. So it is one of those mainstay dishes, and it tastes super good with just a big bowl of rice. One of my favorite dishes, and it's a really easy dish to make too, so a win-win in every way. This is just going to get brown and caramelized, and then after that you're going to throw the shrimp in. And there you're going to give it a good swish and swizzle, and then the magic happens. You got to give it some time to make sure it gets brown, because it looks appetizing to just throw it in right now, but it's important to let it get brown and caramelized, because this is caramelized shrimp.
Well, I can attest this feeling's the best.
Okay. Once it gets caramelized and you see it browning, we're going to add the shrimp. Around a little bit.
Lull me to sleep so I can start dreaming of you.
Just gonna give this a good saute so then it gets a little bit brown. Okay. The shrimp will get a little bit pink, and that's when we add the salt. And this is kind of eyeballing it. Just want to give it a nice little sprinkle. This is actually the part where I add, this is the shrimp paste. So in essence, this is kind of like the guts, but this actually just gives it like a lot more flavor, because this is kind of the innards of the shrimp. I don't know what else it's called, but this just gives it so much extra oomph. Okay. It gives it a nice color too. Just let that simmer.
Sound the alarm, you gotta wake up your
So the next step is going to be adding the fish sauce. Once you see it bubbling a little bit, you want to add this, and this is going to give it the final flavoring. This is a really salty and sweet dish, but with rice it just is perfect. So once you add the fish sauce, you just kind of let it reduce. Just let it marry, do its thing. Adding some freshly cracked black pepper, giving my arms a little workout. I personally like a lot of black pepper and a lot of garlic, so that's to taste actually. You just do it however you like. So I really like it a little bit spicy, so this gives it a nice kick and a lot of nice texture. So. Perfect.
It wouldn't be a mistake, love. In fact, it's overdue for you to stop dreaming and do. I know it won't be easy. It might even make you queasy. It might take a while for you to reconcile.
Look at that caramely goodness.
I know you've been nickel.
These are happy shrimp.
I can't think of a better time than now to sound the alarm.
Once you see that it's bubbling and the sauce has reduced a lot and it's kind of dry and thick and gooey, that's what we're looking for, and that's basically it. So at the end we're just going to toss in some scallions, and depending on how well you like your scallions cooked, you can just put it in and have it cooked, or you can just put it in at the end for garnish. I like a little bit of both actually, so that's it.
Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm.
And there you have it, Vietnamese caramelized shrimp. Bon appetit, or as we like to say it, mai.
They don't make 'em like you no more. They don't make 'em like you. You can see where the stitches tear and the colors have lost their hue. They don't make 'em like you no more. Well, you know it's true. You can broaden your search to all the islands in the ocean blue. Spoken out of line, but to me, my dear, you are a major fan. I hope I haven't spoken out of line, but to me, my dear, you are a major fan.